Has it changed?
Let's go live. Oh, we are live. Oh, I thought I was saying let's go live, but we are live. But what an incredible session this has been, something no one ever expected. Shardul Thakur getting 2 wickets back to back on a hat-trick. Unfortunately, could not get the wicket of Ben Stokes, but those 2 wickets, very, very important for India. This changes the momentum for India, and whether or not they can carry it into the next session is something we will have to wait and watch. But for now, India has actually increased the odds of winning this match.
Yeah, I mean, this match is still in the balance. 100 runs still to go. If anyone says this is over, it's not over. Ravindra Jadeja bowling into the rough. There is a lot of rough. And now, if you see outside the left-hander's off stump, around off and middle stump, the ball is turning. It's sort of, jagging back, jumping. There are indentations. The last session of the test match, and it's still open. It's a classic test match. Absolute classic test match. And post-tea, the tea has been now taken, early tea has been taken 5 minutes before. Post-tea, by the way, it's still... it's still spitting. It is spitting.
It's better than before.
Yeah, I mean, when we came out, it was drizzling quite heavy. It's still rain, by the way. It's still drizzling.
It is
still drizzling.
You know what? It changes in a matter of seconds.
It does. But this is a drizzle. Lights are on. Very gloomy, very dark. Not the wind that we were experiencing around luncheon and tea break. Post-tea, you've got to believe that Jasprit Bumrah has 1 burst left. You have to believe that Mohammad Siraj has 1 burst left. Because the post-lunch Siraj, where the catch was dropped off, Mohammad Siraj, Ben Duckett, he was on 98. He went on to score 149. 51 more runs from Ben Duckett, that Yashasvi Jaiswal catch. And when you now think that the number of opportunities India has fluffed, whether in the first innings and in the second, you then tend to believe this was your game to win. Despite all of what has happened, the relatively below par bowling effort, all of this, it was still your game to win. The number of opportunities that India has grasped. And that kind of tells me there is still a match on. No T20 can ever match the ebbs and flows of Test cricket. People who thought it was all over, 200 for no loss. Look at this, 50 runs, 4 down. First Zach Crawley, then Ollie Pope. That beautiful delivery of Prasidh Krishna. By the way, that was a really good spell from Prasidh Krishna.
Incredible spell. And
it's raining now. It's proper rain.
It's proper rain now.
It's proper rain.
I think move just a bit to our left so that we are safe from the rain and our equipment is safe from the rain. But yes, coming back to Prasidh Krishna, whoever had a pep talk with him, good job, because this is the Prasidh Krishna you need. Now, I was there in that lunch area with Ravi Shastri and he was constantly saying, you've got the height, man, come on, just bowl that length, And once he got that, he was unstoppable. And this is
even to Joe Root, he could have got Joe Root multiple times.
Absolutely. And see, this tells you that there is no lack of potential. There is no lack of skill. It's the execution that is sort of faltering when it comes to Prasidh Krishna. And I also think he lacks confidence at this point. He's still relatively new, relatively inexperienced, especially in these conditions. So people, Mone Mokil, Gautam Gambhir, the captain, Jasprit Bumrah, will have to sort of handhold him and give him the confidence that he needs on the field.
Where I think Prasidh Krishna can really, really get better is on the field. Yeah. Multiple times you've seen misfields happen, a kind of a half chance going for 4. When you are defending 100 runs now, you have to give everything to every ball. You have to defend every run as if your life depends on it. It's a test match that is on the line. The Ben Stokes-Joe Root partnership broken, and then you're all of a sudden talking about the English middle and lower middle order. There is a Josh Tongue and a Shoaib Bashir who don't really bat well. Yeah. So you're talking about Chris Wokes and Bryden Cast. Now, Jamie Smith, they don't evoke any kind of awe. And you will have a Jasprit Bumrah fading light will come in. The weather like this will stay on till at least 6:30. So it's not as if the bright sunshine will come back and England will have merry. That's not going to happen. So this is a match that you are talking about 1 wicket and the doors might open. Couple of wickets and the doors might completely open up for India. Outside the left-hander's off stump, Ben Stokes, that's where he's batting. That's where the rough is. That's where the rough is, and Ravindra Jadeja knows. Ravindra Jadeja knows that every time he pitches there, it might just kick up, it might keep low, it might turn in, and you have seen balls do quite a bit in that last 20-25 minutes. Shardul Thakur, that first wicket, Nitish Reddy, good catch. Second one, Harry Brook, tickle down leg. You've got an opening. Now, a burst. See, I would do this. One end, Ravindra Jadeja using the rough, keeping it tight. The other end, Jasprit Bumrah and Mohammad Siraj back to back. Just go Mohammad Siraj, Jasprit Bumrah, Prasidh Krishna back to back. Shardul Thakur, the 2 wickets, job done. You've gotten that breakthrough. Now, 10 overs of pace, 10 overs of spin from the other end. That's what India's strategy should be. 101 or 102, 3 runs still to go. I think this match is 60-40 in England's favour, but India does have 40% chance.
India does have a chance, and I think at this point, the only concern here is the last 2 partnerships. You've still got a Ben Stokes out there. You've still got Bryden Cast that will come in. So you really have to make sure that you break those partnerships. 2 more partnerships you break, and then you've got to Shoaib Bashir. That can easily be done. One over from Jasprit Bumrah, and you can get that wicket. Oh, it started. It has started raining heavily. I hope you can see that. Let me turn the camera
Now, this
around.
is the heaviest shower that we have seen in 3 days.
No, it's not visible on camera, but if you can see
this.
clearly.
See this. It is the heaviest shower that one has seen in 3 days. Just try and see if you can make sense of this. Look at this guy and you can understand. Look at those guys there behind you. This is a top quality shower. All of a sudden the rain came in. The rain came in and Gargi and I literally darted because our equipment might get wet. Let me try. No, it's getting heavy, Gargi. It's getting heavier. This is a proper shower.
And
this is a proper shower. Look at that cloud.
clouds.
Look at that cloud right there. This is a proper shower here in Headingley. Oh, it's not spitting, it's not drizzling.
It's a
this
proper
is
shower
a
now.
proper shower. Oh boy, this test match is giving us every shade, every color, every shade that you want to see. Now there's rain. Will this continue for a while? Will this make it difficult for India? Will it make it difficult for England? Will there be weather all of a sudden that has a role to play in this fantastic test match? What will this mean? What will this mean for both teams? Which team will want to see this? I don't think you should put it out there.
No, it's fine. I don't think we're getting any rain here, but we'll have to.
This is
have
a
to have
proper
a
shower.
very uninteresting background because at this point we can't do
it's
anything.
raining.
It's raining, so we have to stand under the shade. But yes, the question that you asked.
What will this rain do?
Oh, what will this rain do? Oh, I think. Look, Ben Stokes is pretty new. He has
Both of them. I mean,
both of
even
them, yes,
Root.
of course.
Yeah.
Both of them. Joe Root was struggling against Ravindra Jadeja.
Pooja.
Pooja's done an exceptional job. We won't let that secret out. But yes, both of the batters, Ben Stokes and Joe Root, have been struggling. Have been kind of struggling. And this rain break, if there is one, or an extended tea break, that will mean that it just takes that much more longer for the batters to settle down.
Yeah, I mean, 4:40 is when the game is supposed to resume because the game stopped around 4:20ish. It was an early tea that was taken. I don't think they will come back with this drizzle still on. That quick shower has stopped, but the drizzle is still on.
So
The drizzle, yes, it is still
cannot
drizzling.
go out in these
It is
conditions.
still drizzling. I don't think they'll come back with this on. It has to stop, at least come back to that spitting kind of thing. But this game is well and truly on. India, now that they've got a chance to recalibrate, and I don't know if you all saw it on telly, 2 overs or 1 over before the rain break. Did you see that? There was instruction coming in.
Yeah.
The chap literally came in, went to Shubman Gill. I think it was Abhimanyu Ishwaran. There were clear instructions coming in from the change room, from either Mokal or Gautam or both. And it was about this end, the Ravindra Jadeja end. There was instruction coming in. So the Indian change room will be active. Now they've gotten a chance to recalibrate. They've gotten a chance to sit down and plan what to do. I'm sure the physio will be working on Jasprit Bumrah, will be working on Mohammad Siraj, will be working on the faster bowlers. Come on, 2 more hours. Give it your best. 1 more shot. 1 big push. Now look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Beautiful.
Amazing, amazing, amazing stuff from the crowd here.
This is beautiful. But I do think there's something left in Jasprit Bumrah and Mohammad Siraj today.
I also think so. When you think of that trio, you've got Jasprit Bumrah from one end, you've got a Mohammad Siraj. Then after those two bursts, you have a Ravindra Jadeja come in. That is nightmarish.
No, Ravindra Jadeja will continue because
Absolutely, because he's got that rough now to sort of exploit, and he's getting that turn. He was getting turn yesterday as well, day before yesterday
This
as well.
is proper rough.
This is proper rough, and Ravindra Jadeja at this point needs to exploit
it's still under the covers.
Still,
The
okay.
pitch is still under the covers. Here you go. This is the current photograph from inside the ground that our correspondent Rohan Chaudhary has just seen. So this is what it is. Still under the covers. Pretty dark, pretty gloomy. Hopefully it will stay this way. If there is a little bit more rain, then England will also start to feel the pinch because time will become a factor. Time will also start becoming a factor in this game. If this rain persists for a bit, I don't see that happening. I do see the game starting. I do see all of that working out. But this game, at this point in time, everything possible. England still favourites because they've got 6 wickets in hand. Had India got one more, I would have said 50-50. Had Ben Stokes, that review, had it sort of taken the edge, I would have said 50-50. India wasted a review there. But it was quite a bit of turn that hit Ben Stokes here on the arm and then went to Sai Sudarshan.
Yes.
But Ravindra Jadeja really getting purchase out of the rough there. That's the rough that has opened up. That is the rough based on the bowler's footmarks, use of the pitch, 5th day, last part of the game. That is the rough that will give you a lot of purchase. So what is your strategy? Would you keep Jadeja on? Would you get the faster bowlers from the Kirkstall lane end, this end?
Yes.
What will be the plan?
I think you put in a spell from Jasprit Bumrah and Mohammad Siraj, then you get a Ravindra Jadeja. Maybe even try to get that rough patch even rougher.
So you want you want fast bowlers from both ends?
From both ends. I would want to do that because that really.
It started again.
Yeah, it started again. That's what I was looking at. The drizzle has started again for some reason. Every time we try to finish a sentence, the drizzle starts and our topic completely changes. But Boria, one question I needed to ask you. Prasidh Krishna in this spell looked like a completely different bowler. Is it aggression? Do you need to see aggression from a Prasidh Krishna?
100%. I mean, if somebody who can bowl that ball to Zach Crawley, somebody who can bowl that ball to Ollie Pope, and then that ball to Joe Root, which was absolutely, again, we have to go back because the rain is started. And this is, again, a proper drizzle once more. Behind us, you can see the roads are now wet. You can see those cars, they're completely wet. You can see that vendor selling jerseys and caps and all of that. He's covered it with plastic and it's properly drizzling again. I don't see them coming out in this drizzle. They're not going to come out in this drizzle. They will have to give it a bit of time and only then the match will resume. This is becoming an absolute humdinger of a test match. No T20 game, with due respect to the format, will ever stand up to this one. The ebbs and flows and the romance of test cricket. This is what is fantastic about this. That is why it's a classic. You know, that's why it has survived 150 plus years. For there has to be some reason, right? 1877 to 2027, 100 and what? 50 years, yeah. Something that has survived 150 years, there has to be a reason why. This is the reason why. What is the team talk? What can be the team talk at this point in time?
What I would say give them hell, first of all. But also, I think we need to see aggression from the team. We need to see some very good aggression happening.
Still covered.
Still covered. Pitch is still covered. We need to see aggression in the form of sledging. We need to see aggression in the form of the bowler looking the batter in the eye and giving it back. We need to see all of that.
You need getting slightly heavier again.
You need to see a Prasidh Krishna not walk back quietly to his position. I need aggression from Prasidh Krishna. I think Mohammad Siraj is doing a good job when it comes to that. Jasprit Bumrah doesn't need to say anything. His ball does all the talking.
Now Jasprit Bumrah will also know that his partners are doing it.
Yeah.
He's got to see. Jasprit Bumrah will see a Prasidh has picked up wickets. A Shardul has picked up wickets. Now it's his turn. He gets this partnership. He breaks this one. And India is into the middle and lower middle order. So Jasprit Bumrah, 4-5 overs after tea, 4 overs at least. That burst, can he come? Mohammad Siraj can come and do a burst. The ball coming in has troubled Joe Root in the past. The ball coming in, and Jasprit Bumrah 10 times he's picked up Joe Root in international cricket. I thought Shubman Gill was smart. The moment Joe Root came in, he went to Jasprit Bumrah. Yes, the partnership Bumrah wasn't able to pick Root in that spell, but he always has a chance. And that is why this is classic test match cricket. It's still cloudy, it's still rainy.
Another thing that I really want to see from this Indian side is sharp fielding.
Yeah.
Do not let that ball go. Do not let the single slip. Do not let the double slip.
This is now the time for intensity.
Absolutely, intensity. Bring as much aggression as you can. If that means sledging, whatever works for you at this point. Aggression is the right strategy to use after this. Because the English batters will go hard. Ben Stokes will come in and go hard.
But they will also feel the pressure because they know that a couple more wickets and India is in. Because they now know this game is in the balance. The first innings 99 scorer Harry Brook gone. Ben Duckett, the centurion, is gone. Joe Root out there, Ben Stokes out there. Neither of them are in yet. And this is a stop-start kind of situation now. Last couple of hours of the game left. 2.5 maybe, because of the extended session now. Anything can happen here. Anything can happen, and we have to wait and see what exactly transpires. It was supposed to start now, 4:40. It hasn't. The pitch is still covered. We've got to see when the game starts, but it's very gloomy, very cloudy, still drizzling, maybe 1 second.
Slight drizzle.
I think it's kind of stopped. The spitting is still on.
Spitting is, it's very slight.
That side is relatively brighter.
Yeah, the minutest of drizzle is still on. So I think once they get the ground, because the ground will have to be...
they'll kind of open the covers up.
Yeah.
It'll take about 10-15 more minutes is my assumption. If it stays like this, and it could just be a 5 o'clock start. And it'll continue till about 7:30, provided there is no further rain. The prediction... Hello, Prakash. How are you? Good. Going well. Going very, very well. Pardon me? देखते हैं नहीं अभी भी covered है next 5-10 मिनट में शायद हो जाएगा शुरू हाँ शाम को मिलेंगे so it's one of those test matches where all of the results are still possible with the final 2 hours of play left. Taking off the covers, pitch still covered. So the square is being opened up as we speak. So the rain has relented. This was quite a strong shower compared to what we have seen all day. The pitch is still covered. The square is now being made ready for play. I do think if it stays like this, there can be a 5 o'clock start.
I also think so. It's
4:45.
Okay, yeah. It's 4:45 at the moment. I think in the next 10-15 minutes, you should have a game start. Unless the drizzle starts again, which I don't think will happen because it has brightened up a little
slightly
bit.
On this side.
It was very gloomy.
That side is still dark.
Yeah, 5 minutes ago it was very, very gloomy, but it has brightened up a little bit. But at this point, the Indian bowlers have their task cut out for them.
Also, their tails up because they've picked up 4 wickets in that last 1.5 hour session. They've picked up 4 wickets and they've opened the game. Think about it. India, at this point in time, when you were thinking India 4 down, India lost wickets in a heap. India was 349 for 5 and India folded out for 371. India was 430 for 3. India folded out for 471 and 360 whatever. So India lost wickets in a heap. Couple more wickets and you're into the Chris Wokes and Bryden Carse and those guys. Come on. Under pressure, against the rough, against all of that stuff. Trisha is saying get a Coke.
Look at this. Look at this.
Come down.
Work aside. Every day I get at least one direction from Trisha. One order from Trisha.
But seriously, this one, how many left-handers still left? Jamie Smith, right-hander. Josh Tongue, right-hander. Is there any other left-hander? And Shoaib Bashir, right-hander. Bryden Carse, right-hander. Wokes, right-hander. No more. So Ravindra Jadeja will have to come slightly. Maybe use the leg stump line and cut across the right-hander. I think it's stopped.
Completely stopped.
Okay, the rain has finally stopped, so we are fairly sure that in the next 10 odd minutes the game will resume. The covers will be taken off. This is a classic test match.
Cinema.
Yeah, I mean, last few layers of that cinematic madness that this test match has been. The first test of the series, whoever wins has lived up to the
Sun
billing.
is out.
Sun is also out, by the way. The first test match of the series, let's turn. The first test match of the series has lived up to the billing. And this is going to be a
We've
top
got-
series. India will also believe that if they could come back like this, they have a fight out there in Edgbaston. They have a fight out there. They've pushed England. The batting has pushed England. This bowling attack with a couple of changes here and there, they can. Maybe a Karun Nair giving way to a Nitish Reddy, another option. Maybe a Shardul Thakur giving way to an Ashdeep Singh or a Kuldeep Yadav, an attacking option. And all of a sudden, aiding Jasprit Bumrah and Mohammad Siraj, Prasidh Krishna has shown glimpses of the potential that Gargi Rawat was talking about. I think India has it in them. Shall we close because we need to get in?
Absolutely.
If there is another rain interruption, we'll be there. Or else, at the end of the game, can the miracle of Leeds still happen? It is open-ended for India. England ahead, but India still in with a chance. Keep watching, keep praying, keep backing the team.